likes this matchup because of the lane too. Super fine. Arc Warden banned out. They're gonna grab this Sven. This MINESKI lineup, there's the stun. There's an extra stun. There's the war cry. There's the really strong team fight.
They
the
look
5-man.
so hard to kill.
This lineup looks very nice, just in isolation. It's something I've talked about before, that when it comes to Dota, there's like, sometimes teams get too caught up in counterpicking and forget their own synergy, and sometimes it's the other way around, that they only build lineups for themselves and then the enemy team just counters you hard. So you need to find this like balance where you do both, but sometimes you just look at a lineup with itself and you're like, this lineup just makes sense with itself, like what it's trying to do, what things it has to bring to the game. And I look at this MINESKI lineup and I just feel that.
Yep.
It looks nice.
But Liquid's like, you need like a Hallelujah pickup, like carry Ricky, Weaver, anything that is just able to dodge everything MINESKI throw.
I think carry Ricky would make me very MINESKI favored. I would not recommend this here. But yeah, I mean, Liquid has its own strengths too. You know, there's definitely some clear synergy in terms of grouping up and pushing, but the problem is the lineup they're playing against counters that type of fight. They will fall back. They had no better idea. And here's the problem, right? When you have Leshrac, Shadow Shaman, and Beastmaster, you want to group up and take towers, right? With Edict, you want to play with the Shadow Shaman wards and with the Roar and the Aura. But you're not favored in the team fight, I think, right now. If you get caught in any way, it's difficult. And if you're the one initiating the fight, you're playing into 2 saves. So I don't think it's that easy, and I'm just not a big fan of this 5 Shaman. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, did Sven steal Mars's helmet?
Yes.
Like,
it's actually an old helmet, this one.
It looks really old. Like, it actually looks like it's like got no detailing on it at all.
It's a phalanx helm, right? Isn't that what the type of helms, like when you depict phalanxes, isn't that what it looks like? Am I just imagining things here? Maybe it's called something with phalanx. That would make me look really smart if it's called that in the game.
Yeah, you can seem very smart, but I do not know the exact terms.
You can seem very smart.
I'm not going to try and BS.
We all know it's just a ruse.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Weeha on TA has been a stable that's been working very well for Liquid, so that's a plus.
Yeah.
I personally don't think this is that good of a TA game. I don't think the Death Prophet matchup is very great. I don't think the Sven matchup is necessarily that good. It goes both ways. Like, Sven can't really hit you into Refraction, but at the same time he has Warcry for your team, so you just get that physical block in the movement speed to try to outrun and kite the traps and stuff. And you're playing into Frost Shield. So, a couple downsides.
It feels very much like the Game 1 debate that we had. It's like, you know what, Team Liquid's just picking up comfort. Like, this is what we're used to playing, this is what we're gonna play. Like, we don't adapt, we're not scary. Like, this is just our style, and if you can beat it, you can beat it.
Yeah.
Which is a very sad way to look at Team Liquid. Like, Liquid are meant to be, like, very diverse in the way they draft, in the way they play, in the way Kuro was always able to disguise in the draft too, but this seems very obvious from the first 2.
The thing you have to think about though is you're 2 and 5, you've tried different things and some of them haven't worked, some of the strategies you came in with, and you have to, you know, every game matters a lot, so at some point you're like, okay, how much more can we be creative? We need some wins. And if this is their best strategy or something that they feel really confident with, it's worth pulling it out and try to get a win out of it. Now, what I was getting at was both lineups in isolation look good and I see where the game plan is going. But if one lineup inherently is good at playing the other team's game while having synergy with itself, it looks good. And that's not to say that Liquid are super unfavored in this game. It's just my feeling, also based on how Game 1 went, is that this looks like a possibly good game for MINESKI. And a lot of it's going to come down to, can Liquid, this time around, get Weeha rolling? A TA that suffers is a really weak hero. So this time they need to make sure he gets a better start. Aggressive movement coming out from MINESKI to the bottom rune. Looks like they will be getting those 2 runes, and then Nico will probably just hide up here.
Follow the sound of the drums, MINESKI. So many audio tones.
Nico's helm is called Phalanx's Helm of the Phalanx, by the way.
Really? It's just in case we...
Phalanx's Helm of the Phalanx of Phalanxness. I misread it the first time.
Let me actually just, we'll get it nice and close for you. That's not what it's called.
Close enough.
I definitely see. I'm sensing lies, Cinderin. I trusted you. I trusted you.
If you trusted me when I said Phalanx's Helm of the Phalanx, you have like no trust in item creators to have any sort of creativity with their naming, I think.
Was it, alright, wait.
Although it would have been kind of cool if it was called Phalanx's Helm of the Phalanx of Phalanxness. And they got into the game and Valve were like, We'll take it. It's fine. Sure, you don't need to rename this item. That's a great name.
What was the? Remember we had like stupid name changes because it was too simple, right? Like I don't think it was like Spirit Breaker, like Charge, Bash. It was
Slardar's original spell names were.
Slardars.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Amplify Damage.
Sprint. Bash.
It's like, okay, this makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
All right, so let's get our bearings of the lane. So we have versus Moon in mid. It gives us our dual lane on bottom, Raging Potato and KP together, SD as well as Legion together, and Korra and Miracle having to battle against the Shadow Poison. Miracle's already losing so much life, but that's why they're getting stick charges up nice and early on. And that leaves our top lane, once I feel like we're okay to move away. Yeah, we are. Ninja Boogie up here on the top lane with Nico against Mind Control's Beastmaster and GH's ET.
So good news here for Liquid is I think their laning stage will be better than last game. The Shadow Shaman did end up laning with Leshrac, which we talked about as a possibility. That is really good for them because Leshrac compensates for Shaman's slight weaknesses, unless Koro is going to get himself killed here.
Have to restart the poisons.
Okay. And also, Mind Control's matchup, this Beastmaster against Sven, is not as bad, I would say, as Lifestealer against Centaur. And they're even getting to pull the wave with the Elder Titan for him as well. Weeha's matchup, it's probably better too than last game, I would say, overall. But so far he seems to be struggling a little bit against Moon in the very early stage.
Oh, Kuro. Yeah, it looks like this may actually be First Blood. Another poison with Mango Consumption, up to 5, and there it is. Raging Potato finds the kill with the pop. He's just been going ham at Kuro.
So what Kuro is doing is he's spacing for the Lesh, but I'm not sure it's the way to go about this. I think they're really strong together, but when they split up, Shaman gets exposed, right? It's what I've been talking about with like this hero as a numbers hero in lane almost. Where outnumbering or at least matching is really good. He's this solo running around.
Oh, this is really good body blocking from Mind Control. It's buying GH so much time just to throw the phone book at Ninja Boogie while the buff was available, but now they can turn around. Another Storm Ball, consume the Mango. GH isn't in a real world of hurt, but he's got the movement speed. So he'll get himself away and then turns the spear around the opposite direction, up towards Ninja Boogie, trying to help Mind Control find it. He can't do any more damage here.
This is Salvan Beast. He's going to be okay, but Elder Titan probably has to start considering either going back to base or going to tier 2. It's sticking around for now, though, but GH is not really in fighting shape, so...
He's just zoning with the Spirit more than anything else.
Wait, Lich is stacking for Elder Titan on the other team? That's very interesting.
Oh god, actually GH, he walked straight back in!
He wanted to die, I think.
Yeah, but not to the heroes.
I'm not sure. That was... Like, what else was the plan there? I don't know. I feel like if he want, at the same time though, he used a tango earlier. He could have died to the neutral camp, or he could have run and died to a tower or whatever. But yeah, he needed to come back here and have resources. To me, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say that was on purpose, because GH generally doesn't do shit like that.
Yeah,
without thinking about it. Good damage. All these stack creeps. See, this is the downside. Lich has made this big stack for Sven, but it's actually favoring Elder Titan currently, because he gets to run this Astral Spirit through it and be really strong. Especially when he hits level 3, I would imagine he might go for a 0-2-1 build just because of this stack and be super powerful. He's even going to stack this other camp for himself, so both of them. He is going to hit very, very hard. He failed one stack, though.
There's still a hell of a lot of money to grab up later, and that's... Oh, goodbye, Raging Potato on bottom lane. Normally he's been the one trying to kill off Kuro.
Alright, look at GH now.
Yeah, that's back up to GH. Alright.
He didn't get it through the big camp, I think. He missed a lot of potential damage. It didn't seem to run through the big camp like he wanted it to. So, okay. Not too big of a threat after all.
Yeah. But, yeah, Weeha killed off Moon in mid, so that's a nice...
That is huge.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the exact opposite of last game. Weeha was recovered nicely in the lane this time and got the kill when last time it was Moon getting the kill on Wii with a little bit of help from Mirana. So that's the 1k gold difference that we're seeing right now. It's all about that mid lane mainly. Bounty rune time.
Oh, GH. God, he hit so hard with plus 101. Nico had no other choice but to throw out the stun. But this means that with the movement down, they're probably going to lose a lot of these bounty runes. While on bottom lane, KP keeps his own run going. A quick overwhelming odds to give him the movement speed to get away from Miracle's Edict.
Yeah, look at just the gold distribution right now for Liquid's cores. They almost have the top 3 net worth minute 5. They've got to be feeling really good about the way their cores are doing this time around. And yeah, Weeha is, you know, he's doing his thing. He's a full level ahead in mid. He's flying out. I think that's Boots.
Boots and a null.
Maybe he could try another kill.
Actually, it's Miracle's null.
Yeah, if he had a null on TA,
GH is in trouble again, but then again, he does so much damage, he can help Mind Control get the revenge kill into Ninja Boogie. The army of neutrals comes out. Shackles on bottom lane. Raging Potato getting caught out. KP tries to break him free. But the press the attack comes just a little too late. Miracle already hit him with the Split Earth.
much, much better for Liquid this time. And you gotta feel like in this game, maybe they can transition much better because of the DP struggling. A lot of the tempo in the last game was decided by that. Oh, KP bottom.
Yeah, you still have defensive disruption available, however, but he loses the time to move with movement speed from press the attack. 6-6 charge is also available. Dodges the Split Earth, bouncing around the side, but the last attack still comes in from Miracle. Another Shackle will come in as well as Weeha. Raging Potato nowhere to run, gets hit by the Metal Strike, and Miracle claims the double kill. And Weeha quickly TPs back towards the mid, while up on top GH with his plus 108 damage, hitting into Ninja Boogie, hitting into Nico as hard as he possibly can. Just hits 2 heroes and gets plus 80.
I actually think the Legion Commander survives there. He disrupts the Leshrac instead. Disrupting the Legion kind of got him cornered, and it got himself killed in the end as well, because then he kind of stuck around and then Weeha came down and got a bonus, so bit of a mistake there from...
Now Moon, rotation from Kuro, hits the perfect Shackle. Oh, he got the courier too! With the side blade hit.
Oh boy, what a...
You'll take it. You'll take it if you're Liquid. You'll take everything right now.
It's funny how you can sit down, you can look at the drafts, and you can be like, man, MINESKI, you know, when they get to this mid game and it comes to the team fight, it's going to be great. But when if the lanes go like this, it doesn't even matter. It's like, this is... They just got flat out run over in the first 5 minutes. It's like Liquid are angry and they're waking up.
Oh my god, look at the damage. He's got movement speed as well as the damage on him, so Nico just gets beaten down.
They're getting stopped.
But it still feels like this is all just set up with like the earlier stacks. Moon, TA Trap, Weeha, they burn through the Refraction, the Crypt Swarm, not enough damage even with the 2 points in Shadow, the 2 stacks of Shadow Poison.
Oh, he might die now in this D.
Plus 80. just keep punching him. Just keep punching him.
Yeah. I would say, like, this is not about me defending myself or something, but like the laning stage of Liquid in this game is going super well, and it's going better than it should, I think, in many ways. You shouldn't get a solo kill mid with TA against the... There was no involvement from anyone else, right? You got the solo kill on the DP.
Believe so.
They've been trading very well top, and they've been winning bottom after the Kuro First Blood was given away. The Shadow Demon and Legion Commander have been dying maybe a little bit more than was necessary down here, especially the Shadow Demon with the 3 deaths. And that's just snowballed really, really hard. Like, Liquid have an amazing start now. 4K gold lead, 8 minutes in. All of their cores are looking absolutely fantastic in the game. And
here they go again.
Yep.
Shackles out, KP. 2-stick charges, damage reduction from Ninja Boogie will help him survive. And now Miracle underneath the tower still wants to try and press this. A little dangerous.
He gets slowed down too hard. And now we need to look at it from the other side, right? So this probably did not go the way MINESKI were expecting. Oh, this should be fine up top here. Oh, never mind, there's a roar.
GH, he's only got plus 61, didn't hit up too many. Now the extra TP support's coming in. Both supports up on top lane to try and bring down GH.
I think he's fine. They don't have mana for a stun.
No, they don't. And in fact, meanwhile, Legion Commander dies on bottom lane. Ninja Boogie, Mind Control is the one going after him with the ball slows down. They're having a hard time staying on top. Miracle's taking that tower as well. Mind Control will just walk this off, but GH is coming back in again, plus 120 on the damage. With the movement speed, MINESKI is just living in a world of fear. And Kuro will drop. Looks like Moon caught him out inside the Trinity camp.
So now that Liquid had this amazing start, you need to look at this lineup for MINESKI in a different light. Is how does it play from behind? And that is a totally different story, because Sven wants to farm. He needs some time. And the DP losing the lane means that tempo is gone from that lane, and the Legion Commander, who can usually be this early pressure, is also struggling as Shadow Demon just... they did not fall for that.
He just stops moving.
No, he sent an illusion away hoping they would go for it. They didn't care. Like, what are you trying to do, dude? At least Nico got this one bounty rune top, but yeah. This is like the opposite world now in this game. So compared to last game where Liquid were behind, granted they weren't behind by this much, but they were behind. their lineup had more options for coming back than it feels like this Dire lineup has from this brave of an early game.
Yeah.
Because DP is too weak. She will die to the burst. The Legion Commander's laning stage doesn't allow it to really go in and get duels off. And Sven flat out doesn't want to fight. He wants to farm. So Liquid are
even if you get the duel now,
cruising.
there is a save that arrives. It arrives through Miracle having the Yule Scepter available.
Yeah, that's true.
So the rotation that can normally come in from the 3 position, which is meant to change the momentum, starts to fall behind.
Yeah, and it's really down to how amazing this bottom and mid lane have gone. Mind Control's lane in this game also went great, but I think the bottom lane especially, they got so much out of it for Miracle, and also Kuro's game, sitting on really good gold right now, working toward probably an Aether Lens. He has the mana boots as position 5 minute 10. Super nice. And yeah, Weehaw just, you know, it seems like when he's on the comfort, he's rolling.
Yep.
It's that TA again. We weren't completely sure about it. They were running out of time. They were like, do we see anything else? And we were saying, it's maybe not the best TA game. You know, the lane matchup, he doesn't care. It's his TA, man.
Liquid are coming for a fight. They got Raw available, but it's taking a little too long to get closer towards Moon and KP with the TP to the Shrine. But they realize the TP's happen, and what does Kuro instantly do? Aggressive move forward, look for the wards. His sentry is just out of range of that obs. Only just.
Yeah, okay. It's about as close as it gets.
Yeah. He's going to move over as well and potentially break this smoke of MINESKI. They're back behind the tier 2 tower. They're actually, like, they're drawing to rotate around through the top. Catching up Miracle would be absolutely huge for them. But have they actually got enough? Miracle's got Yule Scepter available, and Miracle, no way! No way! They didn't, now they will! They will, they'll pull him back with the Sinister Gaze, cancelling the TP. It was only because the Observer and Sentry even break the tree line down, and Miracle will fall. He's got the Yule Scepter, and it won't work, and KP even arrives to get the duel out. Ragey Potato will be the man to claim the kill. And that was almost the greatest juke, but defensive obs and sentry.
I actually can't believe they couldn't see him to begin with. I was sure the DP got vision of him, but yeah, Fog is wonderful.
Yeah.
It's a big kill, like you said. It helps. There's still a long way to go right now for MINESKI, but it's the start of something good, perhaps. You gotta keep finding the whatever you can get. So your map has been limited very, very much already. You've lost 3 towers, minute 13. You still have quite a ways to go to get key items. Legion Commander doesn't have her first item yet. DP doesn't have her first item yet. And Sven finally getting a 13-minute Midas on the losing side will not be able to contribute very much to this game for probably the next 5 to 10 minutes. So he just really wants to
have a quick look at this juke from Miracle. Into the trees, around Moon, around Ninja Boogie. Just the 3 of them there able to cover up.
Yeah, Ninja Boogie must have caught a glimpse of him because of how fast he gazed him there. They used the ward to get the vision, so. Oh. Well, back to real time. Leshrac, Yule into stun, and easy pick onto Shadow Demon. And you see how cornered they are, right? If you're playing Sven and you lose the lane stage this hard, the game generally gets very difficult because it's kind of 4 and 5 with Sven farming, but he doesn't have the space to farm because Liquid identify that they're super far ahead. So they're just playing very, very aggressively. They're going to take Roshan minute 14 with Shadow Shaman and the TA.
Moon's coming over though. It's just TA Trap comes in and yeah, Roshan's already taken it now. Moon because the TA Trap. Hexed up, KP's nearby. And Kuro just walks it off. Like they're meant to be the intimidating ones though. Like there's the saves, there's the movement from MINESKI, there's the big team fight. Now Moon has to be pressed the attack, gets him away from the split earth. Ninja Boogie will die in the meantime, but Death Prophet shackled up 4 heroes right on top of him. God, nowhere is safe.
I'm thinking about what the play is for MINESKI. I think you actually have to try to fight with Sven. I know it sounds crazy. He has a Midas only.
He's not ready to fight.
But what if you don't? Like, what do you think is going to happen in this game? Liquid are going to take tower after tower. They're going to keep controlling the map. You're not going to be able to farm anywhere. Like, realistically, this Echo Saber doesn't even happen if you don't take a fight. You kind of have to fight to earn the space to farm, right? Now they lost 3 bounty runes. like they are getting
Chain
something.
Frost,
Oh, that's
point blank range with
to the
mind control
hawk.
as well as Miracle. Rage Potato will still end up going down. Wee has the double kill, and the Shackles, they're holding Sven in position. He's got no other choice but to fight now, but maybe move with the Exorcism and the dual damage output. They can bring down Miracle and turn their attention over towards the Templar Assassin. Weeha is a huge kill to take. He's already got a triple kill. They'll burn through the Aegis Immortal. Mind Control is nearby. He's just pushing the creep wave for the moment. As Weeha, he wants to fight in towards KP. A quick press to attack. Moon and KP want to run out, but the TA trap slows him down. Mind Control still waiting for the right time to get in. But all he can do is give him the vision.
That was the right idea from MINESKI, though. That's what they needed to do. They got a really good Chain Frost, but it bounced off to the Hawk. And Mind Control flew it away. You don't even control it, right? He's just casted. You can't control the Hawk anymore, so it's just going there. And fortunately for him, the last chance that Lich ulti has of bouncing on it does do that. And that was a huge thing for that fight for Liquid. If that Chain Frost would have kept bouncing, I think MINESKI get a little bit of a comeback there. And Sven did fight, and I think, again, it was the right thing to do. Now he doesn't have God Strength. Now it's like really useless. But I think you gotta try it again. Next God Strength, next DP ulti, look for the fight. See if you can get something done. You still, when you are down this much, getting even an even fight is good.
They're starting on Miracle. Purge him up. How much damage you got, but you don't have that God Strength available. But Ragey Potato just keeps going in, stacking up as much poison as possible, and they have enough. Ragey Potato gets the pop. Meanwhile, Lich will die. GH pumping hard, 149 damage a hit. Now press the attack, turning around with Weeha's Meld Strike. Moon just does not have enough armor or life to survive, and even KP doesn't have the movement speed. Triggers the phase boots, but he'll run over the top of a TA trap. Another slow down press attack, club and break 3. ET will put him to sleep with the stomp and the splitter. They'll put everything they've got into KP, and Weeha will then follow up with the meld connection too. And KP, difficult to kill, but not impossible.
10,000 gold lead. So what I was getting at was when you're this far behind, minute 17, even an even fight is a big win for you. Like breaking even on kills will give you much more than the enemy team. And
I love this. Miracle using the Beastmaster's board to close the distance easily, right on top of Nico. And SD was in the neighborhood as well. Clean up the illusions just to save Kuro's life.
Oh, Weeha setting a trap top. Literally.
Ready to go with that Blink Dagger Deso.
If Moon walks out, he's dead, I think. He still doesn't have a Yule.
No, not available. Spirit Siphon won't be enough. KP can't get there in time. Weeha just knows what he can get away with. There's 3 heroes chasing him. But he's already blinked. They can't close the distance.
He's fine.
Well, that's a nice rune as well for Miracle. Easy Arcane for a Leshrac. And that should be enough to seal the fate of the tier 2 tower on bottom lane.
Man, I can't believe he still doesn't have a Yule minute 18 in DP. He's been destroyed this game.
He's been trying. Only 100 or 90 gold away from it.
You gotta wonder, Liquid, like, getting this kind of momentum has gotta feel really good for them. You know, they've had a hard time so far. Now they're really clicking in this game. Everything is just combining exactly the way they wanted to with their strategy, with their individual plays. Nobody has made any big mistakes. It's got to feel good for them moving forward. The game is not over yet, but it's very close. They have a huge advantage. The Dota Plus says 97%, and I think the last 3% comes down to Liquid basically overextending and getting caught in a fight where the Death Prophet gets to have a full ulti running, and maybe they get a good Chain Frost. Yeah. Options are very limited right now for the Dire side.
And they're just trying to get any kind of vision control over the bottom. Stun over on Sven, put to sleep. But there's no follow-up. Team Liquid, like, we are still farming up. He's wanting to finish the BKB before Liquid fight. This is, as you said, like, it's such a cleaner game from Team Liquid.
Oh, they found the Lesh. Oh, well, Lesh found them, kind of. He broke the smoke on Legion.
Where's the attack then? You're coming down further, you're putting down more sentry wards, more
They want to go
ops.
for the bounties at 20, I think.
Liquid are ready to push in through top. Mass Open was level 2, ready to plant down. And MINESKI are on the other side of the map. They're here for the 20-minute bounty runes, as you said, but Liquid know what they're here for. They're here for a tier 3 tower. ET Spirit moves around the back. They don't see anybody. Now they'll see Moon. You can just Crypt Swarm to try and slow down the wave. The damage reduction on the tower can't even help it. It just dies so quickly. KP's trying to get rid of these wards, but that means it's a jump in. The side blade hit! Moon and Ninja Boogie down to 50% so quickly. We finished the job over on Ninja Boogie. Nice double stun from Nico. That allowed them to go right over the top of Miracle. Dead for 50 seconds. The stomp. Slowing things down. Defensive disruption from Reggie Potato. They still need to bring down Weeheart. This BKB time is being wasted. KP needs the movement speed to get away. He'll have it, but Nico won't be so lucky with the overwhelming odds and the Chain Frost. Liquid have taken heavy amounts of damage. And Kuro just can't get away from it. The sentry wall that's planted down. They see everything, and Reggie Potato's poison finishes the job. Boogie is dying to balls of mind control. And Weeha wants to go for another fight. Into Reggie Potato, hits with the Mel Strike. Triple kill for him. TA traps it down as well. KP's got no other choice but to really turn around and try and fight this. A three-man silence. Moon through the back line. He needs to bring down one of these big cores. He's looking towards Weeha. He may be able to have it. No refraction. Mel's available, but the sentry was still there. Weeha will go down. GH now with the splitter, but the duel is out. How much damage have you got? A fair amount. That's 209 plus over on the ET, but that's why SD's defensive disruption saves KP, gives him the duel victory. And MINESKI, they're actually holding the line. Their top lane of Rax is still intact. Injured, but intact.
Yeah, I think Miracle overestimated how tanky he was there. He actually stood very aggressively between these barracks with, again, they don't have any save on their team, as we've talked about in their draft. If you play without a save on Leshrac, if you're going to go in and die for your team, it needs to set up something big, but it felt like the risk-reward there wasn't really favoring how aggressively he was standing. You could still edict the barracks from further away than he did and maybe be a little safer, but the double stun from Sven really allowed MINESKI to hold their base. And yeah, they won a duel. They got the big kill on the TA, which was very clutch Yule from Moon. It was almost a finished Elder Titan Stomp, and then he Yuled him to cancel that, and they could chase for the kill. And Moon got 1k gold for that kill. Yep. So he has a Ghost Scepter.
It was an 11 kill streak.
Yep. Liquid are still very firmly in the lead. There was only a minor bump because there was a buyback coming out from the Lich. Yeah, they did get the tier 3 tower.
They share both the Lich as well as SD.
Oh, SD bought back too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
They got 2 of them.
Yep. So 2 buybacks. The good news for MINESKI is, first of all, they hold, and secondly, maybe their Sven will get another item than the Echo Saber before this next fight. He can get a dagger, perhaps they can get the surprise jump, maybe catch supports in the back line, or blow up the Leshrac as the Aegis has been given to Wii once again.
It's the very, I like this optimistic version of Yusin. This is that top lane team fight once more.
And you see Miracle here, he's standing very aggressively, just gets Demonic Purged and killed off.
And it's like Wee's BKB got weighted because like one was asleep, the other was imprisoned.
Yep, the saves buying time. And nice overwhelming odds here, and then eventually the Chain Frost also. This was a really good fight for MINESKI. That's super hard. Back in live though.
Yep. Weeha, he's the man on the front lines trying to bait out with the Aegis and all the big abilities. Another Yule Scepter being used. The Blink Dagger is now on this vent, so he's got the jump ready to go. It's ticking down on Wii.
They don't have any heals, so I think they might have to call this one off.
Leshrac are TPing to bottom lane. Miracle's gone. Oh yeah, it's true. He's got BTs. He can come back.
He could come back. He's just going to clean this up while the rest of his team stay together and control the area. And then once this push is out bottom, you would imagine he comes back. This time, Miracle will have a cheese. So if they want to kill him, it has to be a burst or in a duel, which is entirely possible. Love this choice from DP, by the way, what Moon is going. I think it's the perfect item right now. You're struggling, you have to find a way of getting into the backlines and getting into the fight. He's going to go Blink Dagger after the Ghost Scepter and just try to set something up.
Well, Team Liquid is smoked. Weeha reveals himself in towards mid, but Moon's caught on the wrong side of the tracks.
Oh, he's so dead if he gets caught.
Yeah, he needs to go to the trees.
He didn't get caught, though.
Well, he's hiding in the trees, though. He feels like something is coming his way. See, well, axes fly from mind control, and Moon will hold back his own Crypt Swarm.
Oh my God, he just wants his dagger. Oh, he's gonna cast it when he gets 2 melee creeps here.
Oh, jump forward. You already got the Stormbolt, but no, Nico!
Wait,
he's on the hill! He blinked forward and then she clipped himself? Oh no! Disruption from Reggie Potato, at least he'll dodge the one stun, but how the hell does Nico get down from here? He actually RT'd himself, roared, shackled, and split everything they had, they threw at him!
He tipped his teammate!
Tipped by his own teammate. That is, God damn it.
Oh, that's so sad. You know, I was really looking forward to this fight because I thought it would be really cool to see how they could execute from this far behind, and I was sure like Liquid are super favored, they're gonna win this fight, but I still want to see this fight out of MINESKI, what they can do with it.
And he blinks on a hill.
How does that even happen? He must have overshot the blink, right? When we click it too far and it does 3/4 of the range, or 4/5, and he landed on the, oh man, that stings.
On the bright side, he'll be back up again in 12 seconds, and they won't lose a Rax.
I'm
but
actually
he won't have
surprised.
God strength.
I'm surprised Liquid aren't pressing the issue way harder. I think they could have just taken the Rax straight up. Like Sven without his God strength down for 40 seconds, I think they could have gone top and just dropped the snakes.
They're having a hard time keeping their creep waves alive.
Yeah, maybe they didn't have it. I wasn't paying very close attention to the waves.
They were all slightly outside the base. Sentry Ward's being planted, same down the Plague Wards. Spurton Wards gets to get rid of that melee Rax, but the fortification's up. Two hits, Ninja Boogie down, going in very, very deep. Remember, he's got the Aegis Immortal, they still have the Nullifier available too, and they're burning through him. Moon's done the work. Weeha defensive refraction charge. He's actually walking this off. He's not gonna go down. Moon blinks in, goes for the Yule Scepter once again, brought up as a counter from Mind Control defense, disruption from Raging Potato. All it's doing is just ensuring that Moon survives through the Exorcism, but they've already taken the top lane of Rax. Clean to get in and out from Team Liquid.
Not losing the Aegis means they can go again very soon. Weeha's going to TP back and use the Shrine, and they're probably going to reconnect and keep playing aggressively around the bottom triangle area. Get in there, while they still have this Aegis for another minute. The only thing that is long on a long cooldown is the Shaman Wards. 40 seconds on the Roar will be available for the Aegis still. And they might just go straight mid instead. Okay.
Exorcism's down, go for it. Rage Potato's trying to get rid of the creep wave, but it won't work. Moon doesn't really have a lot to give, and now they got the damage into Miracle, but consumes the cheese. Straight back up to full life. GH puts him to sleep, and Sven, he's the one going to be caught out. Earth split it up. Ninja Boogie now throw out that Chain Frost. As much damage as they've got left, Sven will have to buy back as Mind Control and GH walk away from each other. Actually, they can just tank through it. Miracle, however, cannot tank through this. The duel will hold him in position and bring him down, while Weeha try to get cheeky into the back line to get some damage output, but it's MINESKI running forward. The war cry, everyone buffed up, everyone looking for the kill, and they're going to get it on Weeha. Burn through the Aegis Immortal. The buyback now comes in from the Lash, and he'll TP himself forward into the Death Prophet, stunned up from Mind Control's Roar, and they turn their attention towards the 3 position. KP, defensive disruption, will buy some time, but Miracle will just end up going for both. Weeha will take care of one. The shackles from Kuro burns through the Ghost Scepter time at the SD as KP really keeps trying to outrun them, but it won't work. The Nullifier follows. The only thing keeping MINESKI in this game right now are these buybacks to potentially defend the lane of Rax. They'll still lose their range, but the attack goes for more. Sven, he's still farming up the top lane. He's not even back just yet. He's TPing home to regen up, but they'll lose their mid lane of Rax. One left.
Shaman Wards are up again. Death Prophet Exo in 5 seconds. You saw them holding there before without the Exorcism, so this time they will have it, but Liquid's lead is now really huge.
They force up and forward, instantly evaporates. Down for a minute and a half, Exorcism or not.
Force into the instant burst from Kuro, and
that's why they tipped him.
Be the game.
It was Kuro's forced off, and GG is called. MINESKI, they did everything they possibly could to hold that ground, but my God. Team Liquid, we thought their draft was going to be slow, but hey, when you win all 3 lanes, your game seems to go well. Here's our official GG.
Yeah, that was just it was a totally different Liquid in this game.